Actually, you might have
Greetings
already
and
seen this one.
welcome.
It's the College Humor's Star Wars has dumb names.
I haven't, but
I'll show it
okay,
to you after the
yeah.
video, then.
Sorry about that, guys. Welcome to the Gamers Den. I'm of course your host, Canis Lupus, and of course you come here to me to see all the video games and such. You stay for the pop culture knowledge they're in. And what better pop culture icon in animation history for the Cartoon Asylum, and fits right in with the crazy aesthetic than old Spongy, than old Spongebob me Bob. And we have here, I actually did pick this up yesterday. I think y'all saw it. Me, Leo, and my brother all watched it for the most part. He came in halfway through. This is the third movie, and honest to God, where is all this hate coming from? Oh wait, grown ass men. But guys, I just watched it, and I've watched SpongeBob since I was a little kid. And yeah, I know a little bit about um, the creation of this movie, as well as Camp Coral, the spinoff that this kind of launched. Thing is, guys, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Come closer, come closer. Steven Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob, think he hated this? No, he helped create this movie and Camp Coral, or at least early on. So, guys, you're hating something the original creator had a hand in. Just saying. And on top of that, it's SpongeBob. When has this show ever really cared about continuity? I mean, really. I'm just saying. This show is the very definition of episodic. You could take specific episodes out of order, jumble them around, and nothing would matter. Unless it's a two-parter or a made-for-TV special. It ain't gonna matter. Case in point, this movie is not that bad. I know it made me and the boys laugh pretty hard, and ain't none of us were higher drunk. Now this movie does have a specific 3D art style, and um, does have a little bit of the same plot elements from the first movie as well as a few episodes of the show, but I'm not mad at that. I'm happy with some of this stuff, and honestly, just seeing all these characters together is a lot of fun for a third movie. And this was one of the last things that Steven Hillenburg worked on. Personally, I give the movie 4.5 out of 5 stars. I can't really give it a 5-star rating for one specific reason. Patrick. That alone. Him and his big fat mouth. I can't do it. But what brings it up to 4.5 stars? Well, for one thing, they managed to bring in Snoop Dogg, the Django Unchained dude, and Keanu Reeves all in the same scene. On top of that, bringing in just probably some of the funniest scenes in SpongeBob. And of course, let's face it, guys, Sandy is probably one of my favorite characters. And honestly, seeing her as a kid is kind of cute. It's kind of cute. Not like that Beetle Brain. It's just, not. I'm seeing her as a kid, and then you do that.
No, I
What are
was
you, a
talking
Marvel
about just
degenerate?
you saying you think Sandy's your, or you say Sandy's your favorite character.
And it's not just, hey, can I like a chick character for her mind? Thank you.
Okay, Squirrel Girl.
That was completely blown about. And you know it. If you don't know what he's talking about, guys, go watch our Valentine's videos from early on in the channel. Because you'll get it's a bit of an inside joke. But yeah, guys. That, Leo, that was, wow. It's not, but I like Sandy because she's smart and she's independent and she's able to kick ass and she's a super fun character. And let's face it, most smart characters I kind of can relate with. You know, smart people got to work and got to come together, which is why I never understood why Plankton. Now Plankton is a smart dude. He's very smart. He's able to do. He's able to build all these machines and everything. But this movie, very early on, had two instances. No, I think there was a third one later on. The boy put a coin op thing on his machines. That's actually worse than putting a self-destruct button on every machine like Dr. Doofenshmirtz. The dude is barely able to keep the lights on at his place. He lives at the chum bucket. Why are you putting coin ops on your telescope, on your remote controls? How are you? Why are you continuing to try to steal the formula after over 3,000 attempts? What are you doing? What are you doing? But yeah, Squidward is he's Squidward. He's Squidward. But I hate to say this.
Hey.
He's unfortunately post first movie Squidward, where he's getting hurt for no damn reason.
I'm Squidward. I'm Squidward. Squidward, Squidward, Squidward.
Squidward, however, after the first movie, and Steven Hillenburg left originally, they just decided to just hurt Squidward for no reason. Usually, when Squidward got hurt in the first three seasons and the first movie, he usually earned that shit. But afterwards, it was just Squidward torture, as it was dubbed by the fan base. Because it was. Patrick became just unbearable. Mr. Krabs just there were a few instances where he did care about his daughter, and he does actually care about his employees, especially SpongeBob. We didn't really get too much of Mrs. Puff, funnily enough. We didn't get too much of her, but honestly,
SpongeBob. Wow.
I do like, recently Mrs. Puff, Sandy, and Karen all were in a specific episode together. That you don't see that very often, and we got to see a very unique team up of pretty much the main core cast of SpongeBob characters all together.
My leg.
They didn't have that joke in there, mind you. I don't think they had it in any of the movies. Now that I think about it.
No, but I had a good bit that made you laugh.
Yes, but we're not gonna spoil it. Watch it, and when you get to a specific point, I got one word. You'll know exactly what scene if you've watched any of SpongeBob, and you know what we're talking about.
There's one particular scene where if you just throw in a meep.
Yep, and around, and then right at the end of it, meep. But you'll know exactly what we're talking about if you watch the movie.
Hey, Seal. Meep.
Meep. But with all that being said, the characters are on point here.
Seal here had to pause the movie.
A couple of times. Yes, I was almost on the floor.
And all I said in that entire movie was, meep.
Yeah, that's all he did. But the timing of it was the funny part of it. But yeah, this movie, you can get it at most major retailers on DVD for about $15, not too bad. On Blu-ray for about $20. Yeah, guys, I highly recommend getting this movie, watching this movie. If you got Paramount Plus, watch it. It's not a bad watch. And I actually have the other two SpongeBob movies, which I will review at a later date. Personally, out of the three movies, my favorite was the second one, just because I love superheroes a lot. And just seeing Plankton as just this gigantic dude was just funny. And Mr. Krabs as a robot was a nice little nod to one of my favorite episodes. Funnily enough, with a coin-operated plankton machine. That one was probably the dumbest one. That one
That
had
was a
a
coin-operated
self-destruct.
self-destruct.
Who puts that there? He even acknowledged that that was stupid. I'm just like,
Ravioli, ravioli, give me the formuoli.
yeah. But then in the movie, I mean, dude, you're barely able to keep the lights on. Why are you putting coin ops on your shit?
So if he somehow managed to get customers, he might actually make a little more money.
But it's on his telescope and on his remote control.
Then I couldn't tell you.
Exactly. It's a shoddy craftsmanship.
At best.
Yeah, at best. Poor planning at worst. But at the end of the day, guys, the only thing I can really say that really brings down this film at all is Patrick in this one. There's two kinds of Patrick: dumb Patrick and mean Patrick. This one starts off with dumb Patrick.
Dumb Patrick's better than mean, though.
Right. He's at least, you can kind of,
Tolerable.
tolerable. He has his moments where he just goes ballistic, but more often not, this was only seen in the first movie and the first three seasons. After that, well, Patrick just got worse and worse. And this movie showcased both versions. We also saw both versions of SpongeBob. Dumb SpongeBob and more smart and sweet. So we got a little bit of both with this show with this movie. Personally, I love it when they just go with the good stuff. With this movie. And like I said, they did showcase the main core cast by the end of it. That being SpongeBob, Patrick, Sandy, Mr. Krabs, Squidward, and Plankton. These are the core six, and throwing Gary for good measure and everything. And honestly, guys, it's not a bad movie. Had its moments where we had to pause it for a second to just stare at the screen for a second, like, huh? You want to run that by us again? Or we're laughing too hard that we can't hear the movie.
I mean, one of those, like, they did it and we're just like, I'm sorry.
You want to run that by us again a bit?
You didn't already. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, guys, no spoilers. Personally, if you got Paramount Plus, watch the film. If you just happen to be at Walmart, Target, whatever, you'll pick it up. It's a good watch. If you love SpongeBob, you'll love this movie. You'll at least like this movie. It is good. It's got its callbacks, and everything. It's not a bad film. So be sure to go down in the comment section down below if you have seen it. If you have seen it, cool. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Also, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. All this stuff helps with YouTube's algorithm because it is shit. I can
It's
say
been
that.
shit for years. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but in the last couple of years, it's gotten worse. Ugh. You gotta
Can't
have like
imagine
a
why.
100,000 watch hours and a specific amount of subscribers and likes just to get monetized.
I thought that was always a thing.
No, that's been like the last half a decade at least. It's been pretty recent. But with that being said, guys, hopefully you liked the film. If you did, again, go down in the comment section down below and let me know. If you didn't, be nice. Let's start a dialogue. I just, I don't. I love discussing SpongeBob. I love discussing all things pop culture. And let's face it, that little square yellow idiot has wormed his way in our hearts after over 20 years. And yeah, it's sad to say that Steven Hillenburg, this was one of his last projects with SpongeBob. But we can take heart in knowledge that they are going to work and hopefully not make the same mistake post first movie SpongeBob. and just rely on the worst tropes and gross out humor. So, hopefully, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.